Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Tuesday, August 25th Working Group Component Standard Office Hours. This is our hour for folks to drop in, ask questions, and get help with things that they're working on. I'm Mike Toffin, and I'll be hanging out in the channel to answer questions today. Hey, good morning.
Hey, hello, Michael. What's up?
Hey, how have you been, Amin?
Fine, fine.
Good. What's new? Where are you at? Did you have a chance last week to make any progress? Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I had some progress on this things. Let me send you the PRs I have here.
Cool.
Too much context change. Hold
Tell me about it.
on. So I split this in three. One for each binary, the kproxy, scheduler, and kubelet. Uh,
Okay, let me take a look at Kubelet first.
okay, that's the worst one.
Okay. It's the worst one or just the first one?
No, the worst one.
The worst one? Oh man, maybe I should look at Kubeproxy.
Yeah, kprox, a good start.
All right, let's look at Kubeproxy. Let me
The,
sure.
the final outcome is very simple and very effective.
Okay, let's see. Instance configuration merge. So just to summarize, last week I think we talked about um, we were gonna try and do it on the YAML itself, sort of with like a strategic merge or something like that, right?
Right.
All right, let's see. Did you run into any problems on the way there, or was it pretty straightforward?
No, was very straightforward.
Great. Did you have a chance to confirm like whether we're able to specify a strategy for each option?
I think you can overwrite the struct and set the flags on the thing on the tags. So you
Okay,
can specify things on the tag to do
great.
this. But we probably need to change the struct.
Okay, that's fine. We can do that. Um, okay, okay. Okay, and then just merge it. All right, that's pretty simple. Then you have tests. Okay, yeah, this looks really straightforward. All right, let's look at our merge. All right, we read it in. We YAML to JSON, and so we do both. And then we just strategic merge patch. Okay, that's awesome. If it's that simple, that is really great. Um, I guess let's go read about strategic merge patch and like make sure it meets all our requirements. But yeah, if it's this straightforward, let's look at Kubelet and see like what happened in Kubelet.
Okay, so you see in the strategic merge, you pass this last object in the end when you call the function. Like this. So this object,
Let me give you co-host and you can share. That'll be easier.
hold on, a lot of things open.
If you can't switch over to being able to share right now, I can do it, and you can just tell me where to go if that's easier.
Let me show you.
Okay, cool.
Can you see the screen? Not sure what you are seeing.
I see scheduler, instance configuration merge, and that's all I see.
Okay, that's fine.
I see your doc too, but that's just pictures.
All right. So this object stuff here, that's where you define these tags of the strategic merge patch.
Right. Okay.
And probably we need to do in the external instead of the internal, because we already have tags there, so not a problem too.
Cool. So we literally just treat the instance one as the patch.
Okay.
Okay.
It does do nothing with this thing in the reality. Just extract the tags to solve how to do this.
That carries the strategy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I guess the zero values, but those should just get overridden.
Oh, this will return a byte array with
and then we unmarshal that and run the defaulting on that. Cool.
Yeah, we just override the serialized part of the file, do the merge, and this is a byte yet with the instance overwritten, and we load normally.
Yeah, that's really slick. I like that for sure as a model. Yeah, do you want to go ahead and write a KEP for this approach? Like feel free to piggyback on the one that I wrote previously. I would just make it a new KEP so that you have control of the proposal.
Okay. As I say, they're not good in writing stuff, so
that's okay. I'll help you edit it if you want.
Okay.
If you want to write it in a Google Doc first, if that's more comfortable for you, and we can edit it together, and then you can post it, I'd be happy to do that.
I think it's better. Better.
Let's do that.
So okay, what's the problem with the kubelet one? So the advantage of this is that since it loads the config normally, it goes to the strict decoder. So anything you write wrong, it will still be validated in the end.
Right, like it just goes through the same decoding path. Because we're doing everything straight on the YAML at the start, and then we get, I guess we get a byte out. Does strategic merge patch like deserialize it and then serialize it again? Like, how does that work on the inside?
Yeah, I need to deep down, but I think it's only treating JSON directly. There is no object relation. At least for the JSON patch, I didn't went through the code of strategic.
Even if it did go through a round trip, I think that would. Well, that's the thing we got to watch out for, I guess. We have to make sure that the output of strategic merge patch is limited only to fields that were set in the inputs. If for some reason that, for example, if it does deserialize everything into that object you pass in and then reserialize it on the way back out, then it's possible it shouldn't happen if a mid-empty is set and everything is zero values. But I just would want to double check that we don't get any extra fields like set to zero on the way out. Because then if we run it through the same path, that would be treated as explicit user input, even though it wasn't, right? Like if you throw like, something with field A set and a patch with field A set into the merge patch, your patch gets applied, but does it come out with field B set to zero? Just because that object had zero values. That's something to double check.
If you want to write down some corner case, I think this did not happen.
I don't think it'll happen. I think a mid-empties should be set correctly, and I don't think it should happen. But I would want to definitely like test corner cases around that for like just basic values, but also like substructures or like things that are pointers. Because some sometimes the mid empties are set weird, and you get like a YAML output where the like the key will be set and like it's basically like an embedded struct, but it just shows up as like empty basically in the output. So I don't know, something to double check when we test it. But yeah, this looks really slick.
Okay, and the scheduler could merge substructures. So you have like deeper structures merged and it works.
Yeah.
Wow. So, but
And it should, I'm hoping we can set for each one of those as like an option of, maybe we interleave it, or maybe it's just a full like replacement of the top level um, structure, depending on what it is.
okay, we can bring in the doc of the cap doc this corner case and how we should treat these things.
Yeah.
So the deal with the kubelet one is the dynamic configuration
Right.
that I need to pass to the controller the instance config file as well.
What we should be able to do, I hope, is inject it. So do you see, if you scroll up where the controller is initialized, that kubelet config flag precedence function is already a patch basically. So I wonder if we can call the merge there.
Oh, here in the transform function?
Yeah. Because what it does is it runs that on any config it's unmarshaled before it validates it. And that's how we get the flag precedence into the controller.
I don't think so, because this already loaded the kubelet configuration config object.
Oh, because we have to do it on the YAML, and then we'd have to run it through the whole process here again. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think this is fine. This is like,
I think this is fine. Yeah, it's bounded.
just passing forward down the path to the new controller and saving the new store with the instance config, and
Yeah.
then I do the merge in both sides in the reality.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In the end, it used the load of the regular load, so I just pass it down.
Cool. Yeah, just load both. That's great. Easy.
So that's the only more complicated stuff, but we just put tests and I think.
Yeah, I like that. Very cool.
So that's it.
This is way simpler. Definitely way simpler. Yeah, I think let's propose this approach. And we can make sure that we address like those corner cases while we're drafting the new proposal. It'll be easier for me to just comment on a doc and like say, oh yeah, think about this thing, think about that.
Okay.
So let me find the link to the original cap. Instance specific component config. So this was the original proposal. I think it's kind of like, no, what? Yeah, so I had written an original one and there's like another commit in there with some in progress changes that I never finished writing. I would basically just copy this. Literally, I mean, maybe change the date because your proposal will be a new one, but literally like put it at the same path. And you can copy off like basically the summary, the problem statement, why we want to do it, what the goals are, all that kind of stuff. But just modify it so that it's your approach with the strategic merge patch instead of two kinds. and you can point to this cap, the original one, and say, like, we prototyped this, and you can point to your prototypes and say, like, it's very complicated, and look how much simpler strategic merge patch is.
Right.
So, what does your time look like the next couple weeks?
Not much,
That's
but
okay.
we have the weekends, right?
Yeah, right. We have the weekends. I'm gonna be on vacation on my honeymoon after
Cool.
September 20th until October. So I won't be around like or working on anything that time. So I don't know, not super urgent. Like but and until then, I'm like swamped with work stuff to handle before I'm gone.
Okay.
So let's just like play this, as much time as we have. We'll make progress. Let me know when you have a draft. Um, I'll throw some time at it to help you spruce it up, and then we'll get a proposal up. And then it's going to take a while for people to comment on it anyway.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see the other outcomes that people will come up with, like suggestions and things like that. But
Yeah,
maybe we can have something in the next week or in 2 weeks.
yeah, that'd be awesome if possible. But don't work too hard.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I have a plan on this stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds good. Do you have any other questions before you get started on the proposal?
No, that's all, Michael.
Awesome. Thank you, Amin. Take care and
Thank
good
you.
luck.
Thank you. Bye bye.